weeks, and since Mother's Day is around the corner, I decided to do a Mother's Day drawing with Sheldon and his mom. For those of you who don't know, I apologize for the spoiler alert in advance. His mom was murdered by Team Rocket grunts, and it gets pretty intense from there. Anyway, this video of Art Speaks will be about mommy issues, and before I get into that, I actually saw my mom at Walmart when I was out shopping with my aunt and my grandmother, and I mean, she didn't even turn to look at me. She probably didn't even recognize me, even though I was covered head to toe from Pokemon, necklaces, shirts, everything. And I did have a few choice words for her on her flaws in parenting, but I decided, she isn't worth my time. I don't want to get banned from Walmart. So I went ahead and did my own thing and walked away from her because she wasn't worth it. But anywho, on to the thing. When I was little, my mom lost a lot of stuff, be it car keys, a purse, a wallet, and she did a lot of stuff like eating an entire bag of cookies, eating an entire container of ice cream when my dad wasn't around, and she had a habit of lying and blaming it all on me just because I was the only one who was the innocent victim in all of this, and she did all this stuff and blamed me for it. And sometimes she would yell and scream at me for losing her keys whenever she lost them herself and like either misplaced it or whatever. And she and my dad fought all the time, and that's when the divorce happened. It seemed to get worse in my opinion, but I didn't really see it at the time. And she was weirdly jealous of my stepmom when she and my dad started dating. And she's just like, don't hang out with her. She's an evil person. She is an evil, bad person. She did this, that, and the other. She isn't a good influence on you. But she was a very, very nice person to me, and I couldn't understand why my mom was so jealous of her. Like, I'm just really confused on that. I was, like, really confused on that. And as time went on, she tried to have a relationship with me, but from the day I was born, my dad said, honey, you're not gonna have a relationship with her if you keep lying, doing all these types of things. And you need to start owning up to your crap, okay? You need to start owning up to your crap. But she never really did, and that's when all the bad stuff happened. And there was one time, I was in high school, and I had thoughts of like suicide and everything, and the worst part of it is I was being bullied, which we'll probably talk about in another video. And when I told everyone in my family that I started self-harming because of all that, my mom threatened to take me to a mental hospital. I wish I was kidding. She literally threatened to take me to a mental hospital. I'm not even joking. I don't know what her thoughts were on putting me in a mental hospital because of all that. It is just beyond me. The idea is beyond me. You don't take your child to the mental hospital when they're being bullied or having thoughts of suicide. Like, you don't do that to your kid. You don't do that to your kid. And, I mean, she still understood that I was into Pokemon and everything, and she was okay with that. And she was also okay that I got into art, and that I wanted to be, I don't know, I think I still wanted to be a vet at the time, but I slowly began to realize that I was too squeamish and I wasn't smart enough to actually be a veterinarian, because I wouldn't know what I would be doing if the animal was hurt and I didn't know what to do about it. And so I told her, you know, Mom, I don't think being a vet is good for me, but since I'm actually getting good at art, I think it'd be the best idea for me if I became an artist. And she's just like, no, you're not gonna be an artist, because you're gonna be like Vincent van Gogh, you're gonna go crazy, you're gonna cut your ear off, and you're gonna commit suicide, and I'm not gonna have that for you. No child of mine will be that type of person. And I'm just thinking, Mom, I'm not gonna be like Vincent van Gogh, I'm not gonna cut my ear off, I'm not gonna go crazy. Like the bad kind of crazy. And she's like, no, you're gonna be a vet, and that's final. I mean, before she said that I could be, and if I could have an internship at Walt Disney Animation Studios in Orlando, Florida, but now she's saying, no, you're not gonna be an artist, you're gonna be like Vincent van Gogh, you're gonna be a starving artist, this, that, and the other. No. And that kind of put a damper on what I want to do. And there was also another time where I told my mom, you know, I'm pansexual, and she's just like, what? Well, she didn't say it exactly like that, but she just asked what pansexual meant, and it was kind of hard for me to explain, but I told her, you know, pansexual means you don't care what goes on in people's pants, just as long as they're a good person for you, because I'm pansexual. I don't care what goes on in someone's pants, whether be it they're straight, they're bi, they're a lesbian, they're transgender. It doesn't matter to me. And funny thing is, she actually protected me or stood by me when people, or actually cared when people started calling me a quote-unquote lesbian in junior high. But now that I told her that I'm pansexual, she doesn't give a damn about me anymore. It's crazy. And there was like 2 Christmases ago, she visited on Thanksgiving and Halloween, but not on Christmas that day. I don't know why, but for some weird reason, she didn't visit on Christmas. Mostly because she didn't care about me, and I started having my back problems there with scoliosis and my extremely hurt leg, and she didn't care about that either. She didn't want to deal or fool with me anymore, which is pretty sad. And if you guys are having mommy issues like me, please get some help, and I'll leave some websites in the description below if you guys want to check those out. But we still got time left in this video, and I'm going to explain my relationship with my stepmom. And most of you may or may not know the urban legend of evil stepmoms, and I'm actually sure that some of them are out there, but there are also some good stepmoms as well. My stepmom has a really good relationship with me. She is awesome, she is supporting, and she does support my dreams of becoming an artist, maybe a commissioner at Comic-Cons. And she actually took me to a few Comic-Cons before, once, about 3 times. Once in our hometown where we didn't go vending or anything. A second time where we actually became vendors, and we sold a pretty good amount of money. And a third time where we went to the Morganton Comic-Con, and I thought it was amazing. It was awesome. And I sold a pretty good amount of Pokemon cards there too. I mean, if I knew all that stuff now, I would have a closer relationship with my stepmother if my mom hadn't said anything bad about her. Because she manipulated me. She was a chronological liar, and she had broke so many promises in my life. She had lied to me so many times. My mom, not my stepmom. And she basically does not support me or what I do at all. I just don't want anything to do with my own mother anymore. I know it's sad, but I don't want anything to do with her anymore. She is a very toxic person. I do not want to see her probably for the rest of my life. Anyway, that's all I have for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. And please leave a comment down below if you like seeing these videos, because it helps me connect with you guys a lot more. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay awesome, stay strong, and stay beautiful, my little puppies. Bye-bye, and Happy Mother's Day.
I'm unbeatable. Walking down this endless highway, nothing but my friends beside me. We'll never give in, we'll never rest. Advanced battle is the ultimate test. When the